Hi everyone, welcome to the Highlights from Ukraine podcast, your daily audio summary of the latest news reported in the Ukrainian media. My name is Artem, and here is the news. For 443 days, Ukraine defends itself against the Russian invasion. In his evening video address, President of Ukraine Volodymyr Zelensky announced that he approved 5 new sanctions packages. The first is a package related to Zaporizhzhia steel plant. Zelensky said that sanctions are aimed to block the influence of Russia on this company, which existed thanks to various front and offshore persons. The shares controlled by Russia through one of the banks will be confiscated and will work for the sake of Ukraine and Ukrainians. In addition, sanctions packages have been approved that continue the course to isolate and block the Russian defense industry. Russian light industry enterprises, a number of clothing and shoe factories, instrument-making plants and electronics companies. There are 32 individuals in the list as well. Zelensky thanked those who helped Ukraine put pressure on Russia for this war, as well as block Moscow's attempts to circumvent sanctions. I am sure they should be defined as one of the gravest crimes against international law and international peace, trying to circumvent sanctions introduced to limit the resources of aggression, or assisting in these efforts, stressed the president. Volodymyr Zelensky informed that he held a meeting of the staff yesterday. Commanders of task forces reported on the situation. The president emphasized that the occupiers are already internally ready for defeat. They have lost this war in their minds. We must put pressure on them daily so that their sense of defeat turns into their escape, their mistakes, their losses, said Zelensky. Commander-in-Chief General Valery Zaluzhny believes that only the liberation of the entire occupied territory will not be enough for the victory of Ukraine, reports Ukrainska Pravda. In an interview with Ukrainian journalist Dmytro Komarov, Zaluzhny stressed that Ukraine as a state must do everything to ensure that the invasion that started last year never happens again. It should rebuild such a military institution that will never give the Russians the opportunity to repeat their attack. Victory for us is liberated territory and the powerful, ultra-modern and apparently very large armed forces capable of combat, which will not allow the Russian Federation to repeat what happened and what is happening now, said the general. He also commented on Russian tactics, saying that the losses sustained by the Russian invaders would stop any country, but apparently human life is worthless in Russia. He reminded that 15,000 casualties in Afghanistan actually brought the Soviet Union to its knees. Now the number of losses of the Russian Federation is much higher. Yet it does not stop. Zaluzhny believes that Ukraine is going to have a difficult and long path to victory. The commander-in-chief admitted that Ukraine has lost many professional soldiers. The war is started by professional soldiers and teachers, engineers, accountants, ended. This is what is happening now. Germany plans to announce a new package of military aid for Ukraine worth about 2.7 billion euros, reports European Pravda. According to the German media Spiegel, Ukraine will receive another 20 Marder armored personnel carriers and 30 Leopard 1 tanks. In addition, the delivery of 18 wheeled howitzers, which has already been announced at the end of 2022, is expected. The German government plans to supply 4 more Iris-T SLM air defense systems, 12 Iris-T SLS launchers and hundreds of guided missiles for this system. Berlin also wants to help Ukraine in reconnaissance of enemy positions. The delivery of up to 200 reconnaissance drones is planned. It is also planned to transfer 100 protected combat vehicles, which will primarily be used to transport troops to the front, and more than 100 logistical support vehicles. This is the largest package of weapons that Germany has provided to strengthen the Ukrainian armed forces since the beginning of the invasion in February 2022. It is expected that the package will be officially announced during the visit of President Volodymyr Zelensky to Germany this weekend. The Defense Ministry plans to order Ukrainian tanks or plot for the armed forces of Ukraine, reports Interfax Ukraine. Defense Minister of Ukraine Oleksiy Reznikov said during his visit to Kharkiv region that Ukraine needs an armored fist in the front, because the most important value is the preservation of the lives of its defenders. He didn't specify how many tanks will be ordered or where they will be produced. According to Militarny, some of the Ukrainian defense enterprises which produced components for Ukrainian tanks and other armored vehicles were destroyed by the Russian occupiers during missile strikes or were even temporarily captured and looted. We would really appreciate if you could recommend us to your friends and family as well as share information on social media. This way more people would learn about the highlights from Ukraine and truth about Russia's invasion. We call on you to demand from governments of your countries to impose the toughest sanctions possible on Russia and its citizens to stop their invasion of Ukraine.